because there are a lot of people that are undercutting this on our own listing, which kind of sucks. But it's funny because what should you do when somebody's undercutting you on something like this?
Yo,
what is up, YouTube? We are back. It's been a while, right? But as you guys can see, we got a bunch of stuff. We kind of wanted to do this video a little different. And of course, to start it off, we are Retail Resale. My name is Chris. Behind the camera is Bozo Jared. And like I said, we wanted to do something a little bit different. Kind of talk about the highs and lows here. About, as you guys can see, like, what did we go all in on? If you show that, if you show behind you as well. Of course, we only got all this stuff because Kohl's clearance is back. We didn't think it was going to come back so quick. Literally, I feel like it was just a month ago, right?
I felt like a week ago, but yeah, it's been like 2-3 weeks.
Pretty much. So we went to a couple stores around the tri-state because we went through Jersey, a little bit through New York, Connecticut. Probably going to go out for more stuff because we've been literally finding the same stuff everywhere, which is great because what we've been finding are the good stuff. And what we can go into detail is our number one selling product right here.
It typically isn't, but so far this year, from the ones we bought last year and the couple we bought a couple weeks ago, these are flying.
So we used to go all in on Jockey, but for some reason, Jockey gives us a lot of problems on Walmart. I don't know if you guys sell on Walmart as well. Let me know what's easier to sell. But for some reason, Hanes attracts so much more than Jockey. There's less errors on, like, you know, actually the publishing side of selling on this, and it usually goes for around its MSRP,
which is pretty high.
And I'm so surprised it usually goes for around that. At worst, though, they sell around $30, which is pretty good because we paid around, on average, $6 for these. So these are insane. If you guys go to, you know, the Kohl's clearance, I feel like this section, when you go into the men's side, is always decently full.
And the first time we bought them, I believe, was last year, right?
Yeah.
And we were paying a little closer to $10 a piece, which was still good margins. But this year, I don't know why, but they knocked down that price a little bit more. $7 is a no-brainer. That shit's a movie.
Exactly. Well, to be honest with you, I don't know if it's number one, but we'll definitely add it in here to see how many we actually sold. But I know for this one, this is definitely our fastest return.
Return?
Well, it might be return, but our fastest return on our actual bread that we spent on this, because at first we spent around, what, $18 on these?
Yeah.
This time they're around $13. But it was cool. So we bought maybe around like 20-ish, and within those 20, I think we sold them all within a week.
Well, one person bought like 7, right?
Yeah, pretty much. So I was super happy to see these. These didn't even have any stickers on it, no clearance, no nothing on them. So, man, if you guys go to Kohl's, check out the electronics because some stores might have these just sitting there.
They were there a month ago. We found more this time. So if you're in the middle of nowhere, you know, Ohio or something, they might be sitting there chilling.
$13 is insane. So, like I said, I'm surprised that these sold so fast and that we found a couple more. You want to talk about your favorite one, though?
Oh, boy. What did we buy these 2 years ago? I think we bought these at the first time we ever went to Kohl's. It's just like some stupid gimmick. It's like a little mat that goes around your toilet. You play the piano, you know, while you're doing your business, I guess. But we bought them for, what did we pay the first time? Maybe like $9?
I wanted to say 11, 12.
Yeah, it's closer to 10. Somewhere around $10, right?
Yeah.
We listed them on eBay, kept it dropping the price. They really weren't selling. Then all of a sudden, holiday season rolled around. I'll see if I can find some old comps, but we were getting like 20 to 25 ship. What were we making, like $1, $3 a piece, depending on where we shipped it to?
Yeah, because we were just polybagging these. We weren't packaging them up with anything. And if I'm not mistaken, we might have thrown these in boxes at first, and then we were like, whoa, like we can't pay $8 to $10 to ship this crap.
Plus, there's nothing damageable in there anyway. It's literally just a mat.
It's a gag gift. Yeah.
But we saw them last month when we were going around shopping, and I think they were around like the $8 mark, and Chris was not having them. But this time, I saw they went down to like $6, and then I wound up looking them up on Walmart. And what's the price, Chris?
Hurts to say. But yeah, like Jared said, we paid $6 for these, and I literally just listed these up at $30, and they should sell fairly well at $30.
I think that's going to be one of our fastest flips right there. And, you know, you never know. You got to look into old stuff, even if it did bad for you. The markets change, things change, you know.
Well, the only reason why we converted it to Walmart was it was sitting on our eBay store. We had like maybe like 8 like chilling on our cabinets over there. It was so annoying to see it every single time. I have like a force of habit that whenever I see something sitting for so long, I'll go back on the Walmart app and start just scanning stuff just to see if we can actually move it on there. Because at first, this had nothing to do with Walmart. We weren't looking for something like this, especially because, I mean, it literally just has Kohl's on it.
So it would have been removable.
Yeah, it's kind of tough to sell something like that, but when I looked it up and I saw that somebody actually added the listing to it, which we'll speak about in a bit about actually adding listings. Once I saw that and we added it, I think I sent in 7 and we sold them in a month. Which again, it's okay that it took that long to sell in a month because I think we were selling like literally one a month on eBay. So it was cool to see that. I'm very happy that we actually got a bunch more now. Because when you do the breakdown and the payouts on these, if we paid $6, I feel like the payout's going to be around like at least like $20 to $23.
Oh, it's going to be a good flip.
Well, it's all about gamble sometimes too. Even if it's a small gamble. I didn't care to buy these at all.
It's not a gamble when I pick it.
It's definitely a gamble. It's like a 70-30 if he's picking it. It's never 50-50. It's a 70-30. As in 70% we're going to take a loss. But
I'm shooting 100% with Cole's Care plushes.
75.
100%.
75.
100%.
Well, regardless. So I think we probably could have had like 200 of these, right?
At least.
Maybe even more. But we got how many? 3? Just to try it out?
Yeah, 3 to try because we went all in on these. These are the ones we went all in on. Got these. I think what we get, like 80 of these exactly?
About that because I think it's around 40 each box.
And we could have got more of those as well. But, of course, I cleaned out one store and then we saw a couple here and there and we just left them. But they sell pretty well. I'll throw a comp or two up.
I mean, the biggest issue with it is that it's literally just a Kohl's Care donation plush that it's $5 if you want it.
And it goes to charity.
Exactly. So, I mean, we're doing a good thing buying them. But at the same time, it's crazy to think that some people will actually pay that much more, like pretty much triple to what it's worth. Because what are we selling them for now? 15.
Those were 14.
So $14. We were getting them for $1.50 at first. This time we paid what?
$3.
$3 because it didn't come off half off, which is okay. No biggie. But even at that, paying 14. Selling them at 14, paying $3. We're still making around like $4 or $5, right?
We were getting between $6.50 and $7.80, I think, depending on where we had to ship it to. So we're doubling our money,
which is pretty good because out of all the plushes that we've done, the Snoopies, the Scoobies, was there Elmo?
Yeah,
there was Elmo.
That's what I'm saying. I'm batting 100. We haven't got one left.
No, I'm just saying, out of all of them, how fast did we sell those 3?
I listed this. I think we went shopping on a Friday. I threw this up real quick. It was the only listing. I think by Tuesday they were all gone.
Because that next day, I think that Saturday, we went shopping, remember?
Yeah, we sold one. And then we sold one on like Sunday, one on Monday, and they were gone. And I was like, But then we never found them again, which is so funny.
Which is funny that it came back now. We go to a couple different stores, and I think we got around, like, I don't know, like 50 of these now?
I think I grabbed like 30 or 40 of them. There was more, but they were like all mixed in these giant plush bins, and I just didn't have time to sit there and dig through it for $3 each.
I never realized like how good like plushes will sell on eBay as well, because we've had these, like the other Kohl's Cares ones. We got that from that auction house that we bought those plushes from. We
bought a box of them for like $15, and I think we were getting like $15 to $30 a piece on them. There was like 20 plushes in there.
And even though it's annoying to put a label on these because you're just putting them in a poly bag, at the end of the day, you're just putting them in a poly bag. They're usually around like 6 to 8 ounces. It's gonna cost like $5-6 to ship these, if not less, depending on where it goes. So
it's easy money.
That's pretty cool on those. We got a couple other random things here and there, but it's just to try out. It's nothing that we already know that we're gonna sell very fairly fast, like the pianos, the Hanes, and a cool one that we ended up going all in on. From the first haul that we went to on Kohl's, we bought around like 50 of these. This time we bought another like 30 of these, but at first, I think I already spoke about it, but I might as well speak about it again. We bought these, but it wasn't the expansion pack. It was about half of this box, and we were selling them for around like $40-50. Yeah, give or take.
And we were paying like 9
to 13-ish.
Yeah.
So this is, like I said, this is the expanded pack now, and this will goes for $16. Well, excuse me, we paid $16 for these, but there was no listing on these. There was no nothing. So I ended up making my own listing on Walmart on these, and once I made it look nice and pretty. The retail was $64.99 on these, so we're selling them at $59.99, and we'll add them right here. But they're actually selling fairly well. I think we sell like maybe like one a day, maybe one every, maybe 1 to 3 days, I would say, because there are a lot of people that are undercutting this on our own listing, which kind of sucks. But it's funny because what should you do when somebody's undercutting you on something like this? You buy it. You buy out your competition. That's what you're supposed to do, right?
Especially when they've listed for the same price you paid.
Exactly. So
right? What did they list these up for?
These, which I don't understand, because like I said, we paid $16 for these, but The person that put these up on our listing put them at $15. Dude, what the hell? I wish they had 100 quantity. I would have just bought them all right there. But they ended up putting these up. This one's a little damaged. No biggie though. So that's what you're supposed to do, guys. If they're putting at such a low cost or around your cost, you might as well buy them out. I didn't care if it was at 15 or 25. If I know that we're selling these for around $60, our payouts have been around $50. I guess at that point, we'll even pay $40 for these. Why not, right?
Yeah, might as well, right?
If you guys do get these at Kohl's though, and you guys want to sell it to us though, $30.
I was gonna say 25 to 30 all day. We'll take it.
$30 a piece, and we'll pay for the label. But that's what you're supposed to do. Buy them out. Who cares, right? You might as well keep your price at the all-time high and not let somebody get something that low. Because what's the point? What's the point of doing that? What's the point of just dropping it that low on something like this? But I'm glad we made the listing. I'm glad they're selling fairly well. And I'm fairly happy with it. So
I can't wait till they undercut us again.
if they do, you know we're going to buy it. Well, that's pretty much it for right here. But we do have a couple more things to show. And they're all syrups. Come over here, guys.
If you guys saw our last Kohl's pickup, you knew we took the big gamble on these. And it seemed like it was going to pay off.
I didn't think it was going to pay off that quick. So we sent in 5 of each. They sold immediately within the week. We ended up sending another 10 of these, another 20 of these. And we're selling these skinny syrups literally at least 1 to 2 a day right now. We already sold out the pumpkin spice, so we're going to send the rest in. But how many bottles did we have at the time?
Like 300?
Nah, it's probably not 300. Maybe like 100, 150. And this is what we're down to. Don't get me wrong, though, guys. There's still a lot that's at Walmart right now to be WFS. But we were sending them in little batches throughout the week because it's only been like less than 2 months. And this is what we have left, which is insane that something like this would be selling that quick. And of course, it's seasonal, so it's not like you can buy it, but the retail is like $9-10 on these.
We were looking for them when we just went out, and they had them, but completely different flavors.
And I think it's like what Jared said, because I'm like, damn, I'm surprised we didn't see them, because there was one store that there was like, I don't know, like another 80 left in it. And honestly, they probably just threw them out.
I think so.
Because it was such low value already. How much did we pay this time? $2? Well, no, excuse me, the first time, $2?
Like $1.50 to $2.
Yeah, like $1.50, $1.75. And how much more do you clearance that off for it to sell? You know what I mean?
95 cents.
Exactly. And at that point, if it's not selling at $1.50, why would it sell at 90 cents? I mean, I wish it was there because we would have just bought them all. But it is what it is.
Well, guys, I think that's it.
In conclusion, yeah, I digress. That's pretty much it from here.
We did cop a bunch of shoes, though.
Oh, yeah, of course.
If you'd like to see how the shoes did from the last buy went, we could do a similar video on that and show you a couple of things we copped. But otherwise, I think we're going to leave it at that.
Yeah. And let us know how you like the video format of now, to where instead of just showing you guys here and there, you know, what we bought, if you guys want us to go a little bit more in detail, kind of like the thought process on why we buy things, if it's a restock, if we go all in, why we go all in. If you guys like that, leave a comment below. And like Jared said, we're pretty much done here. So stay tuned for the next video. Peace.
Peace.